Well, hello there, boys and girls. Grab a snack, pull the blankets close, and lock in tight. Tonight, we're not talking frogs or fairies. Forget happily ever after. No glass slippers, no pixie dust. Just a cold sting of reality wrapped up like a bedtime tale. This isn't a story for dreamers chasing castles. It's for the hustlers who count stacks instead of sheep. Ever wonder how fortunes appear from nowhere? Stay tuned. This isn't fantasy. It's the blueprint the rich don't want you to see. Tonight's bedtime story, it's about scrubbing cash clean. That's right, money laundering, nursery rhyme edition. So hug your teddy, clutch your piggy bank, because instead of dragons, we got dirty dollars transforming into legit riches. Ghost-written books, fake royalties, paper trails polished to perfection. What looks like publishing is actually a laundering machine, flipping street cash into bank wires without breaking a sweat. This isn't bedtime. It's a masterclass in legal crime. Let's start with books. Once upon a time, books sparked revolutions. Today, some of them are laundromats dressed in paperback. Sounds insane, right? Like, how does a 20-page ebook connect to cartels and corruption? But trust me, it goes deeper than you think. In today's digital jungle, a book isn't always meant to be read. Sometimes it's meant to rinse money, run it through the spin cycle, and cash out fresh. And the golden ticket? Amazon KDP. Self-publishing sounds like paradise. No gatekeepers, no editors. Just upload and done. That's why hustlers love it. No writing skill required. 15 pages of AI nonsense. A copy-paste from Wikipedia. Slap on a title. Set the price. $199. $499, even $999. Publish, and suddenly customers appear out of thin air. But spoiler alert, those buyers, they're not fans. They're the hustlers themselves, recycling dirty cash through their own sales. And each royalty check, sparkling clean. Picture it. Stacks of drug money, bribes, stolen cash, funneled back through fake book sales. Each purchase looks squeaky clean. Amazon takes its cut, and the rest comes back as royalties. Legit on paper, untraceable in reality. To the outside world, just another author on the grind. Behind the curtain, a rinse cycle so smooth it doesn't even leave a stain. That's the hustle hiding in plain sight. But it gets darker. Some scammers skip writing altogether. They steal real authors' names, faces, even their bios. Fake reviews, hijack profiles, counterfeit books published under someone else's brand. By the time the real author catches on, royalties missing, reputation trashed, the scammer's already gone. The cash is washed, the book is live, and the phantom vanishes like smoke. And nobody's chasing the trail. And if you think this is just small-time digital trickery, think again. Politics has entered the chat. Campaigns, PACs. Even elected officials run this play with clean hands. Slimy? Absolutely. Illegal? Not quite. That's the brilliance of it. Hide it behind tidy invoices and a conveniently timed book tour. It's not a donation, it's a purchase. And that loophole? It turns politics into a laundromat with a hardcover spine. Take Baltimore's former mayor, Catherine Pugh. She launched a cute little kids series called Healthy Holly. Sweet, right? She sold hundreds of thousands worth to hospitals and school boards using taxpayer money. But here's the kicker. Most of those books never even got delivered. They just sat in dusty boxes. The words didn't matter. The sales did. That was the play. A children's book as a money pipeline. Call it laundering, fraud, or just slick PR. The labels don't matter to the public. It looked innocent. A mayor pushing kids' books. Behind the curtain, a cash loop hidden in plain sight. That's the art of bending laws until they snap. When you master the loopholes, you don't need duffel bags of cash. You got a bestseller list instead. That's the 21st century hustle. Here's the twist. No shady handoffs. No checks under the table. If you want to move millions today, don't wire it. Don't Venmo it. Don't gamble it. Just support the book. Buy 3,000 copies of a $300 ebook. Boom, money washed. It's not a bribe. It's a bestseller. Clean, polished, and untouchable. Amazon loves to brag about their security. And sure, they'll catch a misspelled word or a bad format. But motives? Forget it. Their mission is simple. Move units. They don't care who's buying or why a coloring book costs more than a Caribbean vacation. Their bots catch typos, but not $1 million laundering scheme. That blind spot? That's where the crooks dance. And don't get me started on reviews. Bought, fake, generated by bots. 5-star ratings stacked like poker chips. Glowing blurbs written by AI. Because these books, they're not designed to be read. They're designed to be bought. The words are a cover story. The real narrative lives in the transactions. Shiny on the surface, filthy at the roots. And nobody digs deep enough to see it. Now, to be fair, not every overpriced book is a hustle. Some niche titles really do blow up. Some memoirs ride waves of political hype. But when you see a $799 paperback with zero buzz, no media, no audience, and somehow it's selling out, ask yourself, who's really buying? And what are they buying into? Because 9 times out of 10, it's not literature. It's leverage. That's the wild part. Laundering doesn't come with ski masks anymore. It doesn't look like mob bosses and shady backrooms. It looks like ambition. 5-star reviews. An add to cart button glowing on your screen. It hides inside bestseller lists, fake author photos, and motivational hashtags. And while you're busy scrolling or sleeping, somebody's flipping fortunes behind counterfeit covers and royalty checks. Smooth, silent, untouchable, and sure, I crack jokes, but this part isn't funny. These loopholes are wide open. People are stacking empires while the rest of us are stuck dreaming. You won't see it coming because it looks like entrepreneurship. It looks like hustle. It looks like success. But underneath, it's smoke and mirrors. Ink-stained illusions dressed up with spotless paper trails. And just when you think the story couldn't twist harder, imagine me popping up and saying, "Guess what, folks? I'm dropping my own $999 book tomorrow." Relax, I'm joking. Probably. Though honestly, who wouldn't want to wash stacks of cash through a glittery coloring book called Wash and Draw? Laugh if you want. But tell me that doesn't sound like the perfect hustle. Anyway, if you made it this far, congrats. You now know more than half the people funneling millions through alphabet books and fake anthologies. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more disturbing bedtime stories. And remember the rule of thumb. If somebody's nostrils are wider than their whole nose, don't walk. Run. Don't trust M. Good night, dreamers. And sweet, shady dreams.